What's up, all you non-binary niggas?
And also cisgendered niggas, in case you're watching too.
Because, you know, we want to cover all our bases here like we always do here at Why Do, the internet show that endeavors
us to ask the questions that you can't because you get fired at work. But you be thinking that shit. But before we continue, like and subscribe. You know, join the people who patronize us on Patreon. I assume that's why they call it. So patronize niggas, subscribe, all that. And you get some bonus content too.
bonus footage that you can't get anywhere else, specifically not here.
So without any further ado, let's meet our next WHITESPERT.
Buy our merch.
Hi, I'm Kevin, and I'm from Northern Virginia. I'm a business consultant, and I'm today's resident WHITESPERT. I've been white probably my whole life.
Round one.
Why do white people like Joe Rogan so much? Like, what's up with him? I don't understand why he's famous. I get he's a comedian. He used to be a fighter at some point, or maybe somebody thought they fought. But what is it about Joe Rogan?
I personally do approve of Joe Rogan. I think what attracts people to him, maybe white people, I don't know. I think he has a really broad base of fans, but he has interests in a lot of things. Okay. And so you can go to Joe Rogan if you're interested in, you know, martial arts, if you're interested in, you know, lifting, if you're interested in comedy, if you're interested in DMT and drugs, psychedelics.
So wait, I'm sorry. Is this man like, is he supposed to be like the Walgreens of conversation? Like, what about him?
I think
you listed so many things that are so
and that's
related.
The magic of it, I think, because you can tune into his podcast. Well, I think you also have to consider that like he was one of the first people to actually start like doing podcasts and like on that scale. So I think it was kind of just like he was the first one, and it's just kind of a legacy type of effect. You know, it's been however many years since podcasts started becoming popular, and so he was one of the first ones. And
so because he was there first, it's why you believe that he has such a firm footing in this particular genre of media. Yeah,
and the fact that he kind of covers a lot of different topics, and it's not just for Joe Rogan, it's usually for the guests he has on. So if you like, you know, Elon Musk is the one that comes off the top of my head. You know, he's like smoking a joint.
Yeah.
So what makes Joe Rogan any different than like Howard Stern then? Like, so Joe Rogan just biting Howard Stern? Well,
Howard Stern's radio though.
But what's the difference between, what's really the difference between a radio show and a podcast? At the end of the day,
you could see the person on the podcast.
But no, most of the time people just put them jumps on. You download Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, sure. You
just listen to it on the Metro. Like, Howard Stern, what are you doing? Just listen to that joint on the Metro. Like, what's the difference? I'm just saying, like, if Joe Rogan is so, I don't know. My only context of Joe Rogan is he had Arian Foster on there, and this started a debate with like one of my friends because he just out of nowhere was like, "Hey, Kwame." I was like, "What?" Very good friend. He said, "What would you do if you had to fight a wolf?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I just want to know, what would you have to do if you had to fight a wolf?" I was like, "Get a gun." He was like, "You don't have a gun." I was like, "Why am I fighting a wolf?" He's like, "That's what Joe Rogan asked Arian Foster." And he knew I liked Arian Foster like as a football player, and I was like, good running back and all that. Kind of a head case. I'm like, but why is it this? And he's like, "Oh, Joe Rogan asked Arian Foster if he would fight a wolf." And Arian Foster said, "Yeah, I can fight a wolf." I was like, this is a stupid question. Like, in what context, me growing up being a Bama in DC, am I fighting wolves? I'm not even fighting dogs. Like, I'm just running, hopping the fence, and knowing dogs don't have thumbs to climb. So, you know, it is what it is. Like,
I think Joe Rogan also appeals to like the survivalist type, because he also does like a lot of hunting and outdoorsy.
Is he a Fear Factor dude?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like him when he was on those shows and stuff. And
no one likes people on Fear Factor.
Yeah.
But what do you mean no one likes? He's just the host, right?
Tracy Morgan did Fear Factor, dog.
Was he the host?
Yes, he was. He was like, "Yo, we got these people here that's afraid of spiders." It gets really bad, and I know from that fact I've hated that show from here on out. I remember Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has this like, "I'm surprised about something, but I'm gonna act like I'm really into it, so I'm gonna talk about it."
Yeah. I don't like that aspect of him, or he's like an announcer. Like Yeah, that seems a little fake, but the podcast is a little more
just chill, more
chill and
organic.
Yeah. So, I don't listen to it every day, by the way.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think anybody would listen to it every day.
I think there are probably some.
I remember we had Tim Pool on there. It's an independent journalist that I follow. And I thought that was very interesting because, again, that's just somebody from outfield, someone that I thought was very obscure. Mm-hmm. So I checked out Joe Rogan's podcast for that particular reason because he picked whom I considered to be a regular guy. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was very interesting. But outside of that, I guess for Joe Rogan, I've never seen him stand up.
Is he funny?
I don't actually like his stand up that much.
So effectively, what's the difference between Joe Rogan and Howard Stern? Like
Well, Howard Stern is more of like, he's raunchy, you know. So not everyone likes raunchy, and it's
squanchy.
He's more Hollywood-esque too, you know. Then you got people
because they both probably do the same amount of drugs. Because once you do DMT once, you basically done cocaine 30 times.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent.
What?
Well, I don't know. He has.
There's drug math.
Is it an equivalency table?
There's yes.
Wait. So if I do DMT once, I've done approximately cocaine 15 times.
30.
30. Oh my god.
30 times. If you've done meth once, you've done crack 4 times. It's drug math.
That math sounds legit.
See? Kevin said it. He's the whitespert. That's why the sentencing disparities, with the U.S. government.
Okay. So getting back to the original question, why is Joe Rogan important or vaguely relevant?
Do you care now about Joe Rogan, Marcus?
I'm gonna have to say no.
You don't?
Kevin, I apologize, but Joe Rogan just doesn't seem like he covers way too many things. He's the saran wrap of the media. He's just kind of there to like cover shit.
You said saran wrap.
And he's not going to protect it. He's not going to actually like allow you to take it out of the fridge and then they're like, oh, let me heat this up and eat this because this might possibly still be good. It's kind of like, but once Joe Rogan's touched it, I don't know. Let me throw this out.
Round 2.
I know people have pets. I know they care about their pets. Of course, everybody cares about, the thing that you are obligated to take care of because you chose to take care of it. But why do y'all let your pets lick you in the face? Like, especially dogs. And we know what dogs like to lick before they lick anything else. So again, like, why are you comfortable with that? And I guess, I'll ask you that first.
You're right. The ass licking is a factor. So I think
because your dog just went ass to mouth. Your mouth.
For me personally, it depends on when was the last time they licked their ass. Like if I see him licking his ass and then he comes over to me and tries to lick my face, that's no. I'm not doing that. But if I haven't seen him lick his ass recently, maybe he drank water, like washed his mouth out, like it. And then I don't know. I mean, they're part of the family, right? Like.
Okay.
I guess I don't have like as much of a germ phobia. Maybe you're just a germaphobe.
Does everyone in your family like just lick your face?
Well, like your mom might kiss you on the cheek, right?
No.
That's coerced.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, my family, we're not a very, we give hugs. Like, you hug, that's it. Like, that whole kiss you, like, I'm sure my mother's, like, when I was a child, probably, like, they did, but, like, I'm twice the size of my mom now. Like, you get a hug. She might dap me up, because my mom's OG, but.
That's cool.
Yeah, but, like.
Your mom daps you up only?
No, I'm saying we hug. I'm saying sometimes she daps me up. Like if something cool happened, like she's proud, she might give me like a pound, like my man, like you did that shit. But like that also happens very rarely. Mostly it's just hugs. I'm happy to see you and the kid.
My mom still kissed me, but I think it's because my mom's still taller than me. So yeah.
That might be it,
little baby.
Man, look, see, you ain't got to go there, dog.
Power dynamic.
I'm just saying.
You brought it up.
Just saying, my mom is a little taller. She still kisses me. I enjoy it.
That's good.
But I want to get back to what you said about the window.
Okay.
Of the ass licking.
And how do you know, like, maybe your dog like he's in the kitchen, right? He licks his butt, he comes in, you're like, oh, dog, yay, and he licks you in the face and you let that, but you don't know really that he didn't just lick his ass.
Because you said the key words is if I
you
catch
saw
him.
it,
You saw it. So if you don't see him licking his ass.
Or his balls.
surreptitiously, he's going to like just
Dogs look like
do
balls.
this. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna give him a kiss.
Yeah. Okay.
And do this in the corner. He thinks I'm in the yard.
Uh-huh.
I'm over here looking at my genitals, hot spots. And I'm gonna give him like he's gonna French you.
Dogs also eat shit. I've seen this.
Yes, I've had a dog eat shit.
Did he kiss you?
No, it was a disgusting dog.
How long before? I mean, you knew the
Like,
dog
do you-
ate shit, right?
yeah.
But like, did you wait a couple days to let it lick you
Well,
in the face?
I wouldn't ever let that dog lick me.
Gotcha.
So this
he
is
had-
a dog by dog basis.
Yeah.
Who gets to lick you in the face?
The type of the breed also matters.
So different breeds of dogs get the pass,
yeah,
or
some
don't get the pass. Like pit bulls, are they allowed to lick you in the face?
Pit bulls are okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why?
because they're cuter than some other dogs. For me, it's like, do I think the dog is cute or not? If I think it's like,
So you allow. So basically, you base on who can lick you in the face the same way I think about which women can lick me in the face, based
Sort
on
of,
whether
yeah.
I'm attracted to them or not.
yeah,
Okay.
it works out for you, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
All right. So what dogs do it for you? That's
This just got interesting.
Yeah, what dogs do it for me?
like Dalmatians.
Like,
They're okay.
were you previously
They're
licked
okay.
by these dogs before you said, you know what, I enjoyed this licking experience. You could come back.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
want you to lick me
which
again.
dog popped your licking cherry?
Because I don't think German Shepherds, you don't want to be
What type of dog?
Doberman Pinscher.
I grew up with Great Danes, so big slobbery dogs, and they actually didn't like lick. They aren't really like licking dogs, but they would.
So you
drool.
felt deprived as a child. You're like, oh, my friend with the Shih Tzu gets licked, but my Great
Yeah.
Dane, he just saves his spit for his balls.
Yeah.
Slobbed down by Beethoven. Remember
Yeah,
Beethoven?
yeah. The Great Danes, they would just have like,
Chows.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
What kind of dog is Scooby Doo?
A
Great Dane.
Oh.
That's why
Okay.
I just did that. It was a problem.
Did you ever smoke with your dog? Since he was a Great Dane.
I never smoked with him though. When I was younger, I did pee on him. That's all right. I probably should.
No, it's okay.
That's-
This is about
This is
enlightenment.
so did the dog like golden showers?
No, but I was just like a fucked up little kid, and
Oh,
this is like a story my mom always tells everyone.
Oh, okay, that's different. I thought like you like consciously was just like, hey, Scooby.
Yeah.
I didn't-
Well, I did, but I was really like.
Yeah.
Like, how young are we talking? Like six? Single digits?
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
I thought
I
it
mean,
was funny.
nothing wrong with that. If your dog's into water sports, so be it.
Yeah.
How did Scooby react?
They just, his name was Chuck.
I'm sorry,
Chuck.
I just call all Great Danes Scooby.
Imagine like, Mom, I pissed on Chuck.
Yeah.
What do you pissing on Chuck for?
That's exactly.
What did Chuck do to you?
Hey man, Chuck's into water sports. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Chuck's my best friend.
So,
But okay, so I need to know what breed of dog would you not allow to lick you? Not one that's not a licking dog, but which ones are not allowed to lick you?
I don't like Shih Tzus.
Okay, Shih Tzus.
And
It's not.
How about poodles?
poodles are okay.
They're mean though.
They
Ooh, Westies. You know, West Island Terriers.
what is that?
Short, small, white dog. Big spirit. Brah. But usually Napoleon syndrome.
The
Does.
smaller dogs I don't like.
Fair enough.
So you into dogs with a little bit of girth inside?
Yeah.
Girth is not the
You
word
could say
I would have used for this.
I don't fuck animals, by the way. In case
No, we're not implying that.
I wasn't
I
saying
was
that.
not implying that.
This is all about, we started this about licking in the face.
Yeah, then they graduated to water sports. Ass
Yeah,
play.
no,
It's just. Damn.
I did it to myself.
It's alright, man.
So I guess then the thing is, would I let a dog lick my face?
Do you find it okay after what Kevin said? Would you let a dog lick you in the face?
Nah, you guys can have that. I mean, and I at least understand now that it's not every dog that is granted permission to just freely lick. Because to me, it just seems like generic white person, dog, lick face. So now I understand. Would you let a corgi lick you in the face? Because I know they're small, but they have big dog body. They just got stupid legs.
Yeah, they can lick me all they want.
Wait.
Okay.
Corgis. They're not the ones shaped like hot dogs.
No, corgis are the ones that are like, it's like you took a regular sized dog and chopped his legs off and then put nubs on. It's like the Cotton Hill of dogs.
I get it now. Based off of that specific reference.
Yes. It ain't got no
This
shins.
is like your dog has peg legs. He's
Yeah.
just walking on stilts.
Yes. And I'm not letting a corgi lick me in the face because also like their head's too close to the ground. And it's just, well, no, that I'm just saying like they just absorb everything that's down low. Like because you know when they run, they like their head bounces off the ground almost. So.
What? Yeah, this is such
Just Google corgis.
This is a
Marcus.
terrible way. Like, there's a breed of dog that exists like this. This is terrible.
All right. Well, no, I'm not letting dogs look me in the face. But I had to ask corgis specifically because I know a lot of people love them. So, and also I exhausted my entire knowledge of dog breeds by
One thing though, and I don't know if this is going to change your mind, but I've heard that dogs have like bacteria fighting, like I guess. Elements in their mouth. Their mouths are cleaner than humans' mouths, obviously, because we don't lick our own asses. But does that change your mind at all?
No.
Gotcha. It's like you don't want to take a used.
The dogs
like,
have those things to protect them against things that dogs need to be protected from.
Right.
That's entirely different from things that humans need to be protected from.
Fair enough. Just
the biggest reason why people had why native populations on this continent were like wiped out things by different diseases and stuff that like came over from Europe. It's not just because Europeans were inherently like dirtier, even though I would love to like keep putting that out there in the world. It's actually because, and why like Africans weren't susceptible to this is because of our like people living near large grazing animals and then consuming those large grazing animals, and the native peoples in this continent didn't have access to that. So again, like evolution probably might protect me, except wait, my family doesn't do pets. So I'm excluded just like the natives were. So ain't no dog looking me in the face.
I think I'm curious about how you keep up with like all the new words that are generated in like songs and rap. It's hard for me to keep up.
English in itself is a pidgin language, and being a pidgin language and its amalgamation and adopting different words and co-opting, it lends itself for things, if you know the meaning of something, to be manipulated. So we again occupy a space in which we're not always thoroughly welcome, so we just tend to make things fit for our own purposes. But like how then we all know what we're all trying to talk about. I mean, like I'm sure like 5 years ago nobody was like, yo, it's lit, but then they also might have been, but it kind of just goes along with like, yo, like, oh, this function must be the wave, but then I just said the wave, right? You're like, what's the wave? Well, I mean, if you let's put it in like the land of the mainstream, right? Like riding waves, like it's supposed to be fun. So if I say it's the wave, then it must be fun. So I've never been surfing. I don't know too many black people that do surf. I'm sure they exist. I don't think they exist, but I'm sure they do. I don't know them because I live across, near the Atlantic. Motherfuckers don't surf. So with that, we just kind of, if we know the meaning of other words, then we just kind of co-opt it in and just figure it out. And then, just makes sense. Like, I don't know. Grew up in DC. When I want to be serious, all mothers, like, that's the same thing as like when somebody's like, I swear to goodness, but the difference is like, we don't care about goodness. We care about our mothers. So.
All right, so Kevin, Kwame provided what's known as the denotative definition. I'm going to give you the more connotative side. It's just based off the context, though. That's all it is. It's just some shit you make up and you feel like for example, I could, it also affects black folks regionally. You know what I'm saying? Somebody from the West Coast could say something and I might not really know what that word means. Like, I don't know what mark-ass trick means. That's a very cliche, like, word to assign to West Coast blacks in America. But
you don't want to be called that shit.
You don't want to, you know that much. You know that, hey, this sounds like an insult, therefore, it must be an insult.
Or
like
Buster. Nobody wants to be Buster from Arthur.
Exactly, I don't want to be Buster. Mark. They also pronounce their consonants a lot more. We kind of draw our vowels out. So like, A-song. You see how that works?
That's West?
No, this is East.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, I'm going to give you a Washingtonian word. Now, I'm going to just give you three. And I want you to guess what you think I'm trying to say. I'm going to use them in a sentence. Whole time, son, it's cold as shit outside.
I say cold as shit.
No.
Or what's the first
The
part?
first word was whole time.
Whole time?
Yes.
Oh.
What is that? What do you think that means?
Say it again.
Whole time, son. It's cold as shit outside.
This whole time?
There you go. The entire time.
Yeah.
And that's just a word by just combining two words into one. Because I don't. It's abbreviated. Like he said, it's pidgin language.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to speak in abbreviations, just like how technology makes people lazy.
And then to be fair, most black people really weren't instructed. Like, when you think about disparate school systems, you think about history of language, you think about how things are assigned. Like, we're a group of people who weren't allowed to read for the first 150 years of this country's existence.
Mm-hmm.
And then even then, our educational attainment / opportunities are still minimized compared to the aggregate.
Mm-hmm.
So when you've got that, like, you combine those things with, like, all right, you've got a language that allows itself to be malleable, and you've got a group of people who have knowledge of it, of the language, but then again, like, never been fully, like, versed in it. So for us, words don't necessarily always need to mean the exact thing that it would say in the definition or in the dictionary every single time. And sometimes things sound like other things, so you just kind of, like, roll with it. Like, and also because it's a pidgin language, like, origins and etymology passes down. So, like, I don't know if you ever listen to reggae music.
It's not really.
Yeah. Okay, but you've heard a Jamaican speak before, right?
Yeah.
And when they're speaking patois, you might say, like, oh, there are words I can identify out of what they've said, but I don't fully know what the whole sentence said.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that delves back to West African language structures of how they're putting their nouns and verbs together, but then they're using English words within that structure.
Mm.
So how we keep up as it evolves is just, because you find this in other languages. Like, I found in, like, I also speak Spanish, and I find in Spanish there's a lot of colloquialisms, but those colloquialisms oftentimes are because they've, like, adopted based on their proximity to, like, actually English. It's like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, but they have a large influence of, like, English speaking into their societies.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, you know, you go to an Argentinian and they sound just like motherfuckers in Madrid.
Yeah.
Down to the accent.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Ellos sound como maricones. And I said that shit. So yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Okay.
Did we answer your question?
I think so. I got the nice kind of historical perspective. I guess my question was just like how you as an individual like manage just all the words that you learn at some point in your life, and you know.
Well, when in doubt, wait it out. If I'm around other black people and they're using words that I don't know, I'm using contextual clues to figure out what they're trying to say, and then they'll ask me a question. I'm just be like, I either don't know, or I'll wait for them to use the context. I'm like, I know what you're saying.
But at the point that you don't know as a black person, you just get designated washed.
Yeah.
Which is a colloquialism, mean it's not for you.
It's
Your time is past, the sun is set, and now we can let you go off the cliff like you're Mufasa into the stampeding. And that's it.
That's terrible.
Washed.
Washed.